This video will show you how to execute commands like changing program and reading out what current program is running on the CVX series vision controller using Ethernet IP. As you can see first here, I'm connected to a CVX controller live using our vision terminal software here. So you can see I'm connected, and we're currently running program 0, and we're in run mode at the moment. So we're running program 0. I'm also connected to our PLC right now live, and in this case it's a CompactLogix controller, but Compact or ControlLogix, the operation's identical here, so this will apply to either one of those. But we're currently connected live, and I'll show you some examples on how to execute commands. So one of the keys to executing commands on the CVX is to know what command number that you want to run. This is in Chapter 6 of the CVX user manual, so I have the PDF open right here. In Chapter 6 you'll find a nice little summary chart of all the different commands that are available. You can see triggering, changing to run mode, etc. And you'll see the raw command name and then the command number. So the command number is the key when you're executing commands over Ethernet IP or Profinet for that matter. And so you look up the command number that you want, and in this case one of the very common commands that is run is changing programs and maybe reading out what program is currently running. So you can see that's command 24 and command 25. So I'll show you a quick example of that. You can also see here the commands if it's available in run mode or setup mode on the CVX series controller. As you can see here, most of the commands are only available in run mode, so you want to make sure the controller's in run mode for most of these, except for a few here. You probably need to take a more detailed look at each command to take a look at the command parameters. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the more detailed look at the PW command, which is changing programs. Again, you can see it's command number 24, and you can see it requires 2 command parameters. So here's the raw ASCII command, PW, D, NNN. And if you scroll down here, you can see D, lowercase d, is the SD card number. So that's the first command parameter, what SD card number that you want this to switch to. The program number, and then command parameter 2, which is this N, is right here. So that's command parameter 2, what program to switch to. So that's the key information that you need to execute a command. To the right here you can see the other command for reading out what program is currently running. That's the PR command. That has command number 25, and that does not require any command parameters to send the command. It responds back with what program is running and what SD card is on. So depending on which command you're running, some require more command parameters, some require none. So you just got to look up in the manual here to see what the appropriate command parameters are. So let's go ahead and do an example of each one of these. So back to the PLC side, as you can see here, I got all the different PLC tags. The key to executing commands is going to be the command number tag, which is tag number 4 on the output side, and then command 5, 6, 7, or excuse me, tag 5, 6, and 7 are the command parameters you can see here. So I'll get back to that in a second. But scrolling back up here, the command request flag, it's tag 0.0, so bit 0 of tag 0. That's what's going to actually perform the command. So when we cycle that from a 0 to 1, that will actually request the system to go ahead and perform the desired command. So we'll get back to that in a second here. But let me show you on the input side. We have a couple flags here: command complete flag, command error flag, and command ready flag. So command ready flag should be a 1 that tells you that it's ready to accept a command. If that's not a 1, if that's a 0, that tells you the system's not ready to accept a command. And then when you actually do perform a command, you'll either get command complete, meaning that the command was successfully completed, or you'll get command error. There was an error with the command. And then depending on what command you're running, you'll get command results here. So the result will tell you if there is an error, it'll tell you what the error is, and then depending on what command you're running, it'll give a response there. So let's go ahead and show you an example of changing the program. Again, we're currently running program 0 right here, set 000 on the CVX controller, and let's say we want to change it to program 5 on SD card 1. So first step would be to load the command number that we want. So again, in tag number 4 here, we're going to load a 24 in. That's again for the command to change programs. Command parameter 1, if you recall, was the SD card number, so I'm going to manually load a 1 in there for SD card 1, and I'm going to put a 5 in for command parameter 2, which is the program that we want to switch to. Now to actually go ahead and execute this command, we just need to cycle this command request flag to a 1, so I'm going to go ahead and manually do that. And if I switch over to the CVX, you can see it's in the middle of changing, and it changed to program 5. So now we're running program 5 on the controller. It's that easy. So if I go back to the PLC side, on the input side, you can see command complete flag did come on, so it told us that it successfully completed the command. That will stay on until you turn off the command request flag. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, the command request. If you scroll back up here, you can see we are now ready to take the next command. Alright, so now let's go ahead and run that command that confirms that we did what program we're running here. So again, going back down to command number here, there it is. I'm going to change this to a 25. Now this one does not require any command parameters, so I could probably just leave those alone, but I'll go ahead and just zero those out, the command parameters. So we're going to run command number 25, and I'll go ahead and cycle this command request flag from a 0 to 1. If I scroll up here, again to the input side, you will see that our command complete flag did come on. It's complete. And if I look at the command result area here, you can see command result 0, meaning it was successful. There's no errors. And command data 1 is SD card number, so SD card 1. And you can see we're running program 5. And again, just to confirm, here's on the controller side, we're running program 5. So that's it. It's pretty easy to execute commands over Ethernet P. You just need to know the necessary command number and then the command parameters if applicable, and then just simply cycle that command request flag.